Hello viewers, welcome back to the show Reason with Angel. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Today I'm with a wonderful woman of God. She's not just a woman of God. She's the daughter of one of my mentors. Understand? Understand? The comedy Berlusconi, CEO Berlusconi Records. Zoe. Zoe, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm Godons Zoe, and I'm from Delta State, Mass Communication, Community University. I am the CEO of It's by Doxa. I am a makeup artist.
So you're a CEO too?
Yes.
My god, it's a family of CEOs. I'm sure we all know Godons, the famous comedian,
Thank
man of God comedian Godons. Understand?
you.
She's the best daughter.
I'm honored.
No, it's also
It's a honor to be here.
You
It's a honor
understand?
to be on the beauty side. I mean, I watch you and every other person's testimonies. Now I'm watching my own face.
It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank
Very
you.
awesome to have you on the show. So Zoe, you just want us to tell us a testimony, your testimony. Something God has done for you, something of a short, so you can say this has been the hand of God in your life. What can you share with us?
I have so many testimonies, but I'm going to share the one that really gets anyone I tell most. So for the past 3 years, I think like that was in 2019, 2020, I was suffering from seizures, panic attacks and the rest. So these seizures actually affected the way I speak. So there are times that it really affects me and I stutter and I collapse and I'm into the medical center again. I'm out, I'm on life support, those kind of things. I had to do a brain scan, go through chemo and all those kind of things. It wasn't the best for me and I did not want that. Of course, like you are sick for malaria, typhoid, those are like basics that we could point our hands to. But this one, there was no actual reason why you were sick. Do you get me? Like you are just sick. But the doctors are just assuming, oh maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And I felt like I was being used for experiments, like, oh let's try this on her, maybe it would. It wasn't working. Do you get me? 2020, 2021, I was still that same way, you know. I'll come out after a while. I'm going back in again. Everybody's eating me, and I hate that kind of thing. Do you get me? There are times that I'll just collapse, like, and find myself in medical center, and it's annoying, right? So I knew that I had to take matters into my own hands. Mind you, due to this sickness, I had to cut my hair because I could no longer wear weaves, you know, all those kind of things because it's somehow when I wear it, it affects my head. Once it starts affecting my head, everything just becomes dizzy. The world just turns upside down somehow.
And now see your hair beautiful.
Wait, I'm calling. So I knew that I had to take matters into my own hands, and that's when I started. I know God. I am a woman of God, I would say. I like my name. I'm Zoe. So I'm from a Christian family where we believe and everything. But there's one thing to believe in God, and there's one thing to work with God. Did you get me? So I just felt like when you believe in God, it covers up everything, and you know we move. And I'm somebody that God talks to, right? Like talk to, like sit and talk. So He talks to me about other people, like give this person a message, give this person a solution, and I'm like, God, you're sending me to people. What about me? You've not settled me. That was my big question for a very long time. And I kept on asking and asking and asking that God, why me? Why me? Times I'll go home for exia because I'm sick. Do you get me? And my mom used to ask me that how come that you're seeing for people but you're not seeing for yourself? I'm like, hey God. Then, like I said before, I took matters into my own hand. When I got home, like this recent holiday, I went for camp. When my mom was saying, "Oh, go for camp," I was just like, which camp? It was my church camp, right? I was like, which camp? I beg, I don't want to go. Because at that point, I already felt like maybe this is what God wants me to be, right? So when we went for the camp, normal, everybody's praying and everything. I really didn't have I had a heart desire, but my heart desire wasn't my sickness right now. It was, oh God, I just want to graduate from that sickness. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So that was my heart desire, and that was what I was walking to. And God answered the prayer. Like, He gave me instructions and told me what to do and everything. But I still felt like there was a loophole. Mind you, at this point, I've forgotten about the sickness. Because right now, I'm living in a world where I'm avoiding the sickness. Do you get me? So, and one day I was just on my own and I thought that this sickness, you're in a camping ground. This sickness, don't you remember the sickness now? I'm just like, yes, that's true. I'm actually sick. But like, it's a case of you don't know that you're sick, but you're sick. And I was like, God, what do? I stayed in one corner, I was quiet, I was praying, I was like, God, this has to go because I'm tired of the pity. I want people to be telling me congratulations.
Not sorry.
Yes. Oh my God, she fainted, let's carry her, Jesus. So, and God told me that there are things that you have to ask God for mercy for. If there are not things, God, I cast and bind. It's not, God works differently with everybody. You have to ask for mercy for these kind of things. Because there are some things that are beyond your own reasoning. Do you get me? There are things that has been done in the past that's affecting you now. Do you understand me? And then I was just like, okay, I can do this. And immediately, I don't know what made me stand up from where I was. And I went to where there was sand, where they literally used to throw the dirt and everything. And I rolled. I was just asking God, Father, by your mercy, deliver me. Father, by your mercy. That was my only prayer. I rolled the first day, I rolled the second day, I rolled the third day. Mind you, this rolling was not just any type of rolling. You can go and roll with your gorgeous clothes. I rolled naked. That's to tell God that, God, this thing they do me. Do you understand? I rolled naked on that dirty sand, that camp place where some people even pee and everything. But I went to tell God that, God, I'm nothing before you. Do you get me? I'm nothing but dust. Do you get me? Like, listen to me. Do you understand me? Getting God's attention. You pray, you fast. God will be like, okay, just do something. When they say do something for the Lord, like, I'm sure that when He was seeing me, He would be like,
I must respond.
Like, I must respond. Do you get me? And when the naked rolling, I'm not saying naked that, okay, you wear shorts. Like, naked as I came out of the womb. That's how I went to present myself before God. There was one time that immediately I stepped out, the first day when I was going to work, immediately I stepped out. It looks like a breakthrough, right? It was sunny, all of a sudden the weather changed and it was raining. I was like, this cannot be ordinary. This cannot just be weather. Okay, I knew that this was a breakthrough. Like, God was like, yes, that's the key. Do you understand me? I rode 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And I was like, I ended it with Thanksgiving and everything. I went in faith that, yes, God has done it for me. Alright? At that point in time, God didn't tell me anything about it. Do you understand? The only thing I noticed was that my spiritual life raised, yes, like there's a bigger level to it. And I was just like, hey, hope say God don't answer this my testimony. I came back to school. And everywhere. When God wants to show Himself, when He wants to show Himself, He'll show it. I came back. I came back with my normal low cut and everything, but my hair had already grown out. So I was just like, hey, this is my hair. How do I want to start cutting that full wig on and everything? But God told me specifically, go and make your hair. I was just like, I'm so sorry. Make which hair? He was like, go and make your hair. He now reminded me the prayer. And for days, I was thinking about it. Fear, anxiety, God. What is this to start again? Do you get me?
Yeah.
I said, you know what? In faith, no matter how little my faith was, I was going to make my hair. And I went to make my hair. The hair that I wanted to make was not the hair that I actually got to make there. I wanted to just make like all back, like let me just start afresh. God was like, no, do the better Ghana weaving. When I got there, I said, no, I'm not going to do Ghana weaving. But when I got there, they were like, this is your hair, you have to do Ghana weaving. I was like, but it's all back that I want to do now. They're like, no, this is your hair, you have to do. But I needed to make my hair. I was just like, making the hair was very painful. I was screaming, I was everywhere. Because I was just like, oh my god, it's been a while. Do you understand me? And thoughts started crippling like, God, what if I start to stutter again? What if I start to I was just like, no, I trust, I believe, I know that God will do it for me because I did not just hear anything. I didn't hear breeze. Do you understand me? So I went to do my hair. When I was walking back, my friend told me that, see, this hair that you want to make, hope you know that is an issue. But once this thing starts again, just know that my hand is out of it. I was just like, nothing can happen. Mind you, let me tell you how the devil now works. When I now went back into the house, everybody was like, so you made hair. I shared my testimony online. Did you get me? I told everybody that, yes, God did it for me. I've done my hair. When it was that time to rest and everything, the devil was now trying to make those head movements.
Yeah.
I knew that it was an illusion. This is not the head movement. Head movements and everything. I was not feeling like, yes, seizure is back again. Like I'm going to land medical center this midnight. But I was still, you know, when you add panicking to something, it aggravates the issue. But I was calm. I was like, nothing was happening to me. I wanted to prove, if not body wrong, that my friend that said it. Do you get me? Second day, the same thing. I was like, no, this is not going to happen. The third day, the same thing. The fourth day, I was like, don't worry, this hair, I'll carry it. After, when I put my mind into it, finally, the pain started to come down and everything, and I started to get my head back in shape. When I was praying, this kind of testimony is so funny because this is what I go and make my hair now. But to some people, it's a privilege to make my hair. Do you get me?
I can imagine.
So I was one day I was just praying because most of my prayers I like to say thank you rather than asking. I don't feel like when you need something else you should go and meet God. Thank Him, you bring those things. I just went to thank God. I went to thank God. Now told me that, do you like your hair? I said yes, I like my hair. Thank you for this one. And I said great. It was like I made you make your hair to show people. Someone even asked me yesterday that, hope your head is okay. I said I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm even styling the hair, doing it the way I want to.
Oh my
Do you
God.
get me? And he told me that, do you like your hair? I said yes. I'm grateful. I told him how I'm happy that I don't feel. It was like now that you can see that faith, no matter how little it is, it works. Because I really wanted to feel faith. You know, it's one thing to talk about faith. Yes, but to act and walk in a way. Do you get me? It's one thing, you know. And I did. And God showed Himself strong. But afterwards, should I tell you how my God is funny? After everything, you know, and He told me the next day that you're a woman of God. I said, I know. He said, but I don't want you to make your hair. Go back and look at it. But I wanted to prove that this hair can make it. And I was so grateful because I'm just like, okay, after I leave this hair now, so you mean I'll go and cut it back? We're just like, yes, you can. It means that you can interchange, but my purpose for you is to be on lookout. My mom is on lookout. So I feel like, okay, maybe it's a thing. Do you get me? Because I like to categorize myself as like a prophetess. Do you get me? If I calm down and look into somebody, I could see God can show me everything, and I'll tell you what God feels and everything. So he was like, "Hey, prophetess, I just want you on lookout. I don't want you on all this hair. It's not like he's condemning it, but like I want you on lookout. But either way, I just want to prove to everybody that you can make it with your hair." So yes, that's a very big testimony in my life. Amongst my
So you are so this hair like this, you are saying that very soon this hair we are not going to see this hair again.
Most likely, but no, me I'm not made an agreement so that please let me do my garnishon first because I need to look at my garnishon. So yeah.
Wow, that's so awesome.
After everything, I know I'll cut the hair back because that's my work with God.
But you have overcome this situation.
What people said, when my mom saw me a video call, my mom wore her glasses. She was like, "Is this you?" I could see the joy in my parents' face. Like, yes, my daughter is finally making her hair. Wow. Do you understand me? This is a privilege that every girl has to go and make her hair, to look nice. But to some people it's not. Yeah. They can't. Anything tight, even if I wear some wigs and They're tight in my head. It just upsets me, throws me
He
off.
used to, not it does.
Used to.
Yeah.
All things are passed away.
Behold. He used to upset you.
Yeah, so guys, that's my little testimony. Sometimes,
Okay.
okay, do you want to say
Go
something?
ahead.
I just feel like that my testimony. Sometimes you have to go back to God and tell him that, see, God, I'm nothing, you are everything.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's what needed to push me out of where I was. That's a lesson I learned. Because most of us play Christianity. You play Christianity. You don't know what you are there to do. You just say, okay, I'm a Christian. Yes, I have the way.
Like a title.
It's a title. You play it, but you don't walk it. Do you get me? Learn to remind God that, God, I'm nothing. You are everything. Take over my life. I felt like that rolling that I did was it. Do you get me? I belittled myself.
Before God.
Belittled myself. It's more than kneeling down. There are things that you take extra mile for God to take extra mile for you too. Do you get me? So this testimony might seem so funny, but it's a big thing.
It's not. No.
Now that I'm saying it, it's a small issue, but you need to see me then. I was going darker and leaner. It was. I'm so happy that I'm like this. Everybody around me see me, they're just like, so you look so nice. You look joyful. I'm just like, my sister. You don't know the underground. You don't know the underground.
I was about to ask you what you want to say to our viewers concerning it, and you just, the spirit just led you to say it.
So yes, guys, there are some things that you need to remind God that, God, I'm nothing, you're everything. Do this for me. If you are sick, if you're asking God for something, a job, a promotion, anything that you're asking God, remind him that, God, I'm nothing, you're everything. Take this one, do this one for me. Do you understand?
When that mentality comes to you, what he does or does not do does not affect your faith. Because it's when you begin to elevate yourself, and you start feeling like, oh God,
you should have. You know, sometimes we as humans, it's even a mistake. Sometimes we feel entitled. Like, God, you don't do this one for me, but thank you. Do you get me? It's a prayer that you must have probably said that, God, thank you for this little 1,000 naira, but I needed something bulk. You didn't thank God enough for that 1,000.
You called it. You first called it little 1,000.
Little 1,000.
Up to 1,000.
You still 1,000, you know, go thank God. So sometimes belittle yourself before God, and He will do everything for you. Everything for you. We humans, we feel too pompous.
Before God, who is the creator of it, before He formed you in the belly, He knew when you were still.
Why we forget is because we don't see Him physically. You feel Him, so you feel like, okay, my God will forgive me. He's a merciful God. I've forgotten that my God is a God of vengeance.
It answer by fire.
Yes,
In scripture I read one time, it said, upon the wicked He will rain snake. It not end there, say fire. After I say brimstone.
Yes.
You know, when He say a horrible tempest, I say fire.
Yes. My God is a God of vengeance.
Praise God.
Jesus has mercy.
In fact, so happy to have you on the show. So happy to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Viewers, I know you have been blessed. I know you have learned something. I know you have picked up something from this testimony. And it's my prayer that you change your approach to see an end to every reproach. You change your approach to see an end to every reproach. I know you have been blessed. And it was a pleasure to have Zoe with us. Until we meet next time, we remain on Reason with Angel. Thank you for being on the show, guys.